It's the Dubai Lime.
Okay, so you've been in Dubai for 30 years.
Yeah.
Okay. So what brought you to Dubai in the first place?
I was selling fire equipment for a British company, setting up their agencies around the Gulf, and came here just for the day to have a look around. I was based in Abu Dhabi. Fell in love with it first morning. Somebody said, "What do you think of Dubai?" And I said, "I'll stay here and make my fortune." So I stayed and lost everything I had twice, but eventually did all right.
Eventually you make it.
I mean, this is just the place just changes week to week. It's great to be in a place where history is being made.
Of course.
And now it's developing not conscious, but more of a, as we were saying earlier, corporate social responsibility. Companies are getting involved with it, and people want to do things that make a difference.
Do you think Dubai, in terms of being a new city, almost akin to New York in the early 20th century? I mean, do you think there's an opportunity in Dubai that just doesn't exist anywhere else in the world to create?
Very much. I mean, there's nowhere in the world where communities are coming together like this. I was in Shanghai 2 weeks ago, which is the other fast-growing city in the world, which is great. It's developing very well, but it's all obviously Chinese. Here, it's like New York is the closest parallel that I can think of 100 years ago, where you had people from all over the world, 100 nationalities coming together just to better their lives. And now there's more of a focus on doing things for others. So I think if you can feed that into this whole making money and building buildings thing, that you're going to get a different society coming out of it. And that's what we hope Gulf for Good and other initiatives will be part of it.
I mean, one of the complaints that I hear quite a lot in Dubai is that it's cultureless, it's new, that there isn't a sense of community. I mean, do you think that that's the case, or do you think that it's the case for people that as soon as they get off the aeroplane, that's maybe how they feel initially?
No, I think there's a bit of truth in it, but I think part of it is that people come here by and large to better themselves, to make their fortune. So the emphasis is on self. That's why they're here in the first place. They don't leave the security of their families in England or India or Australia or wherever it happens to be to come in unless they want to do something for themselves. So that's always going to be the first imperative. But I think now that there's, semi-permanent visas, people can own their own property, people are putting down more roots here. And for the first time, people start saying, I can see the rest of my life being here, I can think I can retire here. And you've got the second and third and fourth generations being born. So it's much more to that. We started a local courier company, telephone answering service, called Memo Express. Again, we were broke when we started that, but it worked very well. We ended up with about 180 staff. We sold that out 9 years ago.
Okay.
So, Dubai it's creative, it's dynamic, they want you to succeed. It's a place that's not afraid of hard work, because if you're going to do your own thing, as any entrepreneur will tell you, no matter how good your idea is, and no matter how much money you've got behind it, if you haven't got A, the passion, and B, the drive, it's not going to work. And really, and the other thing is, of course, you need a good team around you. And there's lots of people in Dubai who want you to succeed and are always looking for opportunities. So you can usually gather the resources you need. You don't hear as often in Dubai the old man's you get from other places, I don't have the money to do it, or I don't know anybody, or I haven't got the connections, or I haven't got the knowledge, or whatever. Usually you can find those things here if you're prepared to get off your butt and go and look. How many billionaires and billionaires and gazillionaires has Dubai created over the years? For its size, probably more than any other place in the world.
And as well as being a businessman, and now you've gone into running one of the Gulf's running all these businesses. You also took a bike ride across Cuba.
Oh yeah, you've got to do these things. I mean, how far? I mean, it's just like a few years back, I had one of those nasty birthdays coming up with a zero on the end, and the wife said, "We're going away." No, she didn't. She said, "You're going away for the weekend." I didn't realise. I thought she meant we. And it turned up the appointed weekend. Went round to a friend's place Thursday lunchtime, and they handed me this envelope. They said, "It's your birthday present." And I opened it, and it was a map of the Musandam Peninsula and a photograph of the kayak. They said, we're kayaking around the Mission down. What? Never done that before. So off we went, we had a book, and learned on that trip that there are no limits. We'd never kayaked, and it was hard work, but we did it. And it just showed you that whatever limits there are all in your head. They're all internal limits. You can do pretty much what you want. I did a triathlon 2 weeks ago in Indonesia, and one of the guys taking part has had polio, or had polio when he was a kid, a 1-year-old, and has been paralysed from thighs downwards ever since. He did the triathlon, did a swim, did the cycling part of it in a recumbent cycle, pedalling with his hands, and then took a wheelchair around the running part of the course with 15-degree hills on it, and completed it faster than a lot of able-bodied people. He just wouldn't let his deficiencies phase him. And again, Dubai is a great place for that. I mean, if anybody had told us 30 years ago that all this was going to happen, we'd have said they were nuts. But the ruler said, we'll make it happen. Is Adidas, impossible is nothing? Well, that should be the slogan for Dubai, really, shouldn't it?
If people are sat in any country in the world and actually thinking, I want to go and make something for myself, would you recommend Dubai, and what advice would you give them in terms of coming to Dubai?
Come with an open mind, a bit of money in your back pocket, not too much, but just enough that you can keep yourself going for a while. You can research it much more, obviously, on the internet now than you ever could before. But there's probably more chances now than there ever were before. When we came, there were 200,000 people. Now there's 1.5 million or so, and they're talking about 5 million by 2020, which is huge. I mean, that's bigger than Paris.
It's bigger than the population of Denmark.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow. And that shows, it's gone from nothing to that in what will be 50 years.
Sure.
So by the 50th anniversary of the UAE, the country will be more than 10 million people from 2, and Dubai will be more than 5 million. So come with an open mind. Be prepared to perhaps take something a bit lower than you might take it at home. Be like immigrants. Don't come in with presupposed notions of, oh, I'm a manager. I mean, I was reading yesterday in England, the Patak family behind the saucy curry powder. They left East India, where the dad had been managing a bank, East Africa, sorry. In the 50s, he got a job sweeping roads in Birmingham, and they just sold out for 200 million quid. £100 million, a lot of money. Dubai's a bit like that. Take whatever you can find, build up your network, get to know lots of people, work at it and enjoy it, and you'll succeed.
Perfect. Ryan, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure speaking to you.
Good luck with Dubai Live.
I'm pretty sure we'll do all right. Thank you.